and members, this is not in my district, but I've probably run through, walked through, and biked through it more than anyone else in this body. Maybe not Representative Dean. But what we're talking about, these wage gaps, education gaps, and opportunity gaps. Well, this was done to fill the regional park gap in Minneapolis and Hennepin County and Anoka County. Regional parks and lakes were in South Minneapolis. Though I hate to say anything against my very good friend who put this amendment in, her district has this incredible Como Park in it, which is one of the most, it's a very much more upscale district than this district is, and it's a very much more regional park that has received very, very much more funding than this did. This provision, when we put it in, brought a regional park to these park-deprived areas. And I was involved in doing this as part of a State Department's conference committee in 1987, when we lifted the cap on what we could go into the parks. More important, the legislature's already looked at this twice since 1987. We expanded the boundaries in 2000, and just 2 years ago we expanded the park again, and we authorized up to $2.2 million for the pool that Representative Mullery has talked about. And now Representative McNamara's bill goes back on a promise made just 2 years ago. That is only wrong, and it's more wrong when it affects some of the poorest communities in the state. And when I hear comments like Representative Newberger's from earlier this week, I cannot help but feel that we're seeing some more of this anti-North Minneapolis sentiment behind this. The provision to dedicate the money to the North Mississippi Regional Park is one of the best things that we've done in terms of bringing some equality to the park system, not only in Minneapolis, but in the state. This is something, if we do not repeal this provision, we're undoing a piece of legislation that actually does something to close the equality gap in the state, which we've heard people talking about continually, about how that is what the important in it. Those who try to stir up metro divisions are wrong to do that, and they're particularly wrong to pick this as an issue to fight about. It's divisive, and it hurts the segment of our population that needs help the most. And you know, and one of the things is it takes a grant that goes to one place and divides it so that a whole bunch of places will get a very small amount of money, none of which will really make any difference to them. So no one will help these disadvantaged areas unless the legislature steps in. Representative McNamara, I hope you'll agree with me that it's time to remove this provision from the bill.